Hi, North students. Nurse Stephanie here again. So today we are going to talk about these guys right here, our hands, because everybody's talking about washing hands and keeping hands clean. So important. So I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about your hands in general and some cool stuff to know about your hands. So first, the fun stuff. Did you know that there are 27 bones in each hand? Some people are born with extra fingers, which is kind of interesting because I know we talked in my last video about how Nurse Stephanie used to and still does work with newborn babies. And I've actually seen babies that are born with extra fingers, which is kind of neat and interesting. And every single person in the whole world has unique sets of fingerprints right on the pads of your fingers. Even identical twins have different fingerprints. And some facts about hands related to germs. Germs can actually survive for hours on our hands. So that's why we're always talking about keeping your hands clean and washing them frequently, because it doesn't give germs a chance to kind of settle in on our hands. And at any point in time, you can have anywhere from 2 to 10 million bacteria on your hands alone. And after we use the bathroom, the amount of germs on our fingertips will actually double just after using the bathroom. So that's why it's super important too to make sure you're washing your hands after using the bathroom. And in terms of hand washing, I think we all know what to do, but I'm going to kind of go over that one more time. So you're going to wet your hands really well. And then make sure that you're putting the soap. But while you're washing your hands, it's not good to put them under the water because then you're just washing the soap away. So you kind of want to make sure that you're washing your hands outside of the running water. And the harder and faster that you can rub them together, the better, because you're moving those germs around and loosening them off of your skin. So when you do rinse your hands, you're washing all those germs away and down the drain. So you want to rub quickly and hard if you can, making sure that you're rubbing your palms together, and then make sure too that you're rubbing the tops of your hands. So like I told you about how Nurse Stephanie works at the hospital delivering babies, one of the things that I also do too is I have to go into the operating room. Sometimes moms need to have babies out of their belly, so we need to make sure that we're washing our hands really well when we go into a surgery or an operation. So that's one of the things that Nurse Stephanie knows how to do really well because it's super important during that time. So we have to kind of do these steps before we do that as well. So we're rubbing the tops of our hands as well. We do have more germs here than on the tops because we're grabbing things with our hands, but we also want to make sure that we're rubbing the tops of our hands as well. And in between your fingers, like this or like this, either way, which works best for you. And another way that Nurse Stephanie washes her hands when I'm in the bathroom or in the kitchen is that I do one of these as well. So I'm making sure too that I'm getting the outside part of my hands here as well. And I rub really quickly to make sure that I'm not only getting the top and the bottom, but I'm also getting the sides as well. And then you want to make sure too that if you're a girl or even if you're a boy that has longer fingernails, that you want to make sure that you're getting under your fingernails as well. And then you want to rinse them off really well because now that you've loosened all those germs off your hands, you want them to go down the drain. So make sure that you're rinsing them under as warm water as you can take it because a lot of germs can't survive in warmer temperatures. So you want to make sure too that even if there's germs left on your hands, that you're rinsing them away. So you want to wash them away. And then you want to make sure too that you are drying your hands really well. If there's only an air dryer available, then use that, or paper towels as well. And the reason is that hands spread 1,000 times more germs when they are wet than when they are dry. So you want to make sure too that even if there's any germs left on your hands after all that super good hand washing, that you are using your hands to dry. Please do not use your pants as a place to dry your hands because your pants have germs on them. So now that you're taking your clean hands and wiping them on your pants, you're just picking up a lot more germs, and it's kind of defeated the purpose of all that good hand washing that you've done. So, fun things that we can do with our hands. Whew, there's a lot of them. We can do handshakes and we can do high fives. You can hold hands with somebody that you love. Obviously, we're not doing that right now because of social distancing, but if you're in your home with your family, you can obviously, touch them. But we can, for people that are deaf and can't, communicate like maybe other people can, American Sign Language or ASL is a really super cool thing that we can do with our hands. Nurse Stephanie took some ASL classes last year So I know some sign language. So it's super important too for us to be able to communicate with others using our hands, so they can form sentences and words and tell stories and do everything just by using their hands. Surgeons operate on people using their hands. Artists paint beautiful pictures, and sculptors make wonderful art by using their hands. I'm sure we all live in a home, and our home was probably built by somebody who used their hands to build your home. So I think that's really cool as well. And also, shadow puppets are so fun. I can't make any right now because it's a little too late for that. But I'm going to put up on my website a picture for you and your family to try and make some shadow puppets on your wall. When it gets a little bit darker later, you just take a lamp out and you can make some shadow puppets on the wall. Super fun. And then just a couple of things that we should not be doing with our hands. If you watched my last video, we're not putting our fingers in our noses, not at all. And we're also not using our hands to destroy property or to destroy things, whether it's things at school or things in your home. And we're also not using our hands to touch other people's bodies or to hurt other people. That's definitely something that we do not want to be doing with our hands. So because it is Easter in just a few days, I do have a fun project for you guys to do. I thought it would be fun. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your hand and you can trace it yourself, or you can have a family member help you. And you can trace it on construction paper or even regular white paper if you want to as well. I chose pink. I don't know if you can see the pink color there. So this is a pink hand. So this is actually my hand. Yay. And then all you have to do is you take the middle finger of your hand and then you fold it back. And then you fold the pinky and the thumb down, and then it gives you a little bunny. So this is my finished bunny right here. So you can just draw some feet, you can just draw a little face, and then you have a little bunny for Easter time. And if you wanted to, you could actually do everybody in your family, everybody living in your home, and you could probably have a whole family of little bunnies to maybe put on your table at Easter dinner or something like that. So happy Easter, everyone, for those of you that celebrate Easter. And I hope that you are practicing your really good hand washing. And if you do make some Easter bunnies, Easter bunny hands, or just bunny hands in general, I would love to see them. So you can send them to me via email. And I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.